It's the perfect time to replace that beast in your basement, your old inefficient boiler, with a highly efficient Peerless Boiler. Peerless Boilers, they're a perfect match for homes, apartments, commercial buildings, you name it. Get the heat and hot water you need efficiently and save big on your energy bill all year long. Learn more about the entire Peerless Boilers family of products, and to find a local installer near you, visit peerlessboilers.com. And remember, my guy Pete Morgan, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers, peerlessboilers.com.
Listen, all you New Yorkers.
Excuse me.
Taxi.
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
You know, we're talking about 9/11 just now, Blaze and I, and I don't want to get into the anecdotes of, where was I and that sort of thing, but I'll tell you a couple of things which I thought was interesting. Remember, right after 9/11, it was no honking, no horns honking. People were very polite. Like, I was thinking, like, the A train from uptown, thinking, this is like the quietest. Nobody said. There was a fellow who had, I got into a cab, and there was a Sikh, with a turban, and he went to like to a Kinko's. He had a sign that said, "I am a Sikh." I said, "Listen, pal, do me a favor. I'm not an Arab." They don't know what a Sikh is. They have no idea. They see a hat. Not that it matters. Then everybody was selling 9/11 and this and the Twin Towers. Okay, fair enough, I guess. Maybe they're doing this. It was so gaudy.
The first thing I saw was a snow globe.
Oh, no.
On the street. And this is maybe 2 days later. You remember there was like a bomb threat in Penn Station? Mm-hmm. It was like a ghost town up there. And I remember just a guy set up a table and had snow globes. And then the Friday after 9/11, I'm walking up 6th Avenue, and it was like a flea market.
Yeah.
Because all the cops, everybody was downtown.
Right.
So there was nobody midtown or uptown. So, like, it was a flea market of CDs, DVDs, right, T-shirts, and I'll never forget it. A guy, 2 for $10, I survived the attack.
Right.
With a picture of the Twin Towers. I survived the attack, 2 for $10. I looked at the guy and I go, "You're disgusting."
Right.
So what are you doing? And some lady in front of me turned around and goes, "You're right, they are disgusting." I was like, you realize at that point, it was still a recovery mission at that point. So I was like, what is this?
I was in a sense of kind of like a suspended animation. I remember the time I was in my building, I said, boy, the elevators, I think something's wrong with this motor or something. And it wasn't the elevator. It was the smell. I don't know what it was. I don't know how to explain it. It was everywhere. I thought one of the most fascinating things to me was they had, how whenever they would have a building they would bring down, like a construction, they would have a fence, like a chain link fence around it. People had signs up that said, "Have you seen this person?" Now, most people, if you're the amount of traffic, the World Trade Center, people, they don't say where they're going during the day. You might have been delivery, you might have worked there, or you might have just been, who knows. But some people didn't come back. And remember, Giuliani was signing death certificates very quickly. So people were thinking about life insurance fraud. You've got a court date coming up. You're gone. You don't exist anymore. I don't know how many people started their life over. I mean, I'm sure the numbers were de minimis. But what got me the most was, have you seen this person? And you could barely make out because they made so many copies with like a 10th generation photocopy. And I'm thinking to myself, do you think these people are lost? Do you think they're walking around and somebody says, "Where am I?" And I say, "Hey, aren't you that guy I saw?" It showed the level of desperation. People didn't know what to do. I remember one time watching, I think it was Chuck Scarborough or something. And they said, it was the best local TV I've ever seen in my life. It was the greatest. Everything was the best. Radio, TV, everything. It was so raw. There wasn't a moment of wasted anything. Nobody, no schmaltz, no production, no, it was just raw. And I think it was Chuck Scarborough, who said, now listen, downtown, remember this is 2001. We don't need cash Water's okay. Oh, batteries for phones. And I'll never forget, if somebody has booties, baby booties for the dogs, for the cadaver dogs, that killed me. Can you imagine that? That's what they needed. And the night it happened, on 57th Street, so help me God, from West Side Highway all the way, it seemed like to the East River. If you stood on 50 and you look, they had candles all up. It was the most spontaneous thing. It was spiritual. It was something. I mean, it was surreal. We had in our neighborhood this Irish pub everybody went to. It's where everybody went to for birthdays, and everybody went there just to see who was there. And this one woman, she had been downtown, and she's just looking, and she's not really making eye contact. She's got dust on her. Not the dust, but that pyroclastic dust. I mean, it was. And let me tell you something. New York and the restaurateurs, people really, really were something. I mean, it was. I'll never forget. It really made you angry. I remember how I felt. I said, I don't know, just point me somewhere. Well, Iraq said, that'll do. Somebody's going to pay for this.
It's the perfect time to replace that beast in your basement, your old inefficient boiler, with a highly efficient Peerless boiler. Peerless boilers, they're a perfect match for homes, apartments, commercial buildings, you name it. Get the heat and hot water you need efficiently and save big on your energy bill all year long. Learn more about the entire Peerless Boilers family of products, and to find a local installer near you, visit peerlessboilers.com. And remember, my guy Pete Morgan, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers, peerlessboilers.com.